Hello and welcome back to Vinralandia with Brandberg and Goatsburg and Cultopia and all of the new things that are happening. Look, this is the new thing that's happening. It's Whitsville. Whitsville, the amazing place that has rebelled against Brandberg and sought to be different in land where difference is not accepted. That was far more epic than I described it last time, but so what? Okay. We're going to need to continue to expand Ye Old Whitsville, which is actually Ye New Whitsville, but that's all technicalities and such. Okay. So, seeing the demand, we don't have any demand again. We once again have entered a city without demand, without knowledge of where it wants to go next. Oh. That was a really bad road placement. I'm sorry for everyone who just wants to kill me now. If you do want to kill me, I did it again, guys. I'm sorry. I swear, Whitsville does not deserve this. Admittedly, this is more strange than your average road construction, so I think Whitsville would be all about it. This is going to be right up their alley. They're going to be like really weird road placement that's just delaying the construction of our city for hours on end. I'm all about that. Get to it, Maya. I'm just like, I am so happy to fulfill your dreams of never getting anywhere at all. Yes, also last time we put down a stadium. Over here, the Whitsville Stadium, the Magician's Stool. It is the one place where people can come and perform, where the only stage is simply a stool. That is all that is the stage. Okay, let's look at the rest of the city. Check on traffic issues. Bat Town does not appear to have traffic issues, which is good. That's always good. Oh lord. Well, Brandberg always has traffic issues. It will never stop having traffic issues, and most likely my turning that into a two-way road made the traffic issues worse. Oh, what can you do? What can you do? What, not send your city into a dystopian traffic nightmare? Oh. No, I don't agree with that. The Knick-Knack Emporium of Magic is as terrible as ever. Really, over there, everyone's just gotten used to it. They're like, terrible traffic? That is a day in the life of the Knick-Knack Emporium of Magic. And of course, my favorite place, because there's never any traffic issues ever, because nobody even goes here, because no one cares, is the Unnamed Lands. Just completely hundreds of offices. Brandberg, you have dead people sitting in your homes. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but that is not acceptable within the city of Brandberg. Because that is not normal. Bodies everywhere, definitely not normal. Okay, I think this time we really need to get to work getting a highway off-ramp for Whitsville, because right now we're forcing all of Whitsville traffic through the main heart of Brandberg, which means that all of the people of Whitsville have to suffer the really, really terrible stares of the people in Brandberg who are just looking at them like, no, we don't like what you're doing. Your city's not very good. And they just don't like it. They don't appreciate those stairs. It's so bad. Upgrade cost, 1,400. Okay, so we have... What we're going to do is we're going to upgrade this to a 6-lane road, and this is going to become the main arterial road of Whitsville. And we're going to connect the highway up directly to this road. You say, oh, but that's the wrong key. Well, you say, oh, but that's not going to work. It's going to be terrible. You're going to create the same traffic problems you've been dealing with for the past 20 centuries. And I'll be like, probably, but shut up. So, we're going to get our off-ramps. One off-ramp, not that way. I want this off-ramp to go like... No, not like that. Let's get our curved roads tool and get this pointing in a more logical direction. Okay, that's going to be the off, and we're going to have the on come out this way and hook right back up to the road. So we got a little V intersection, the V of doom. And then we have to, oh, this will be interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the off-ramp and then have it loop back around like yawn, I swear, like this. And then over here. Oh, look at this. This is going to blow your mind by just how ridiculous it is. And we're going to have it match up right with this. Boom. So the traffic from this side of the highway comes up, attaches, and gets on the off-ramp that goes straight into the city. And the same thing, except in the reverse order, occurs on the other side. It's a brilliant idea, and if anyone thinks it isn't a brilliant idea, you're probably right. It's probably really bad, but shut up. Whitsville needs this. It's very important to their self-esteem as a city that they have this ridiculous V on and off-ramp system. It's just very important to them. It's like the glitter. It's a national... Well, I guess this is a national landmark, whereas the other one is a national event. There we go, look at that. That's disgusting. That's putrid. That's so terrible. I look at that and I physically gag every time I look at it. You can't hear it because I do silent gags, but it's just so terrible. And yet, it's sticking there. It's staying. Okay, we've got massive commercial, and we've got massive residential demand. Excuse me. So we're going to put... So because of the massive commercial and residential demand, yes, I'm going to put an incinerator here. Now, the people of Whitsville are having a bit of trouble with their garbage, so if we put an incinerator there, it's going to pollute the entire area and drag down the land value of everything. I'm going to move it over here. Just listening to everything I said, I'm going to move it over here, and it's going to cause terrible traffic problems for the people coming off of the highway. But they're going to have to deal with it because, you know what? I'm the mayor. I get to make decisions around here, not them. At least last I checked. I didn't check recently, though. Like, maybe yesterday. But that is debatable. I can't even remember what happened yesterday. I mean, Whitsville. Whitsville, so many things can happen there. Literally 100,000 things can happen in a day. And if you're not ready, if you don't have your notepad out and you're not taking notes, it's all going to pass right by you because Whitsville is insane. Boom. We get residential down. We're going to pipe that up with some water. It's going to be brilliant. Look at that. A new residential zone for Whitsville. And of course, we're going to need a new commercial zone for Whitsville. Because when we're building a metropolis, we build everything in the metropolis and we get over all the other parts of the city. They don't need anything. They're done. They're happy. They're not happy. They need to figure out how to be happy. Being happy is key. Especially in Whitsville. Because really in Whitsville, all that you ever do is do things that make you happy. And if you're not happy about your current life, if you feel like you're being oppressed by some outside force, maybe the KGB, maybe just the Office of Oppression, that is unacceptable within Whitsville. Of course, you do have to hold to the Batman code of law, or else the people of Battown will come over and will beat up everyone in Whitsville, and that's not good. So let's see how terrible the traffic is. It is not terrible at all. That makes me happy. There's also no water going out to that incinerator. What a travesty. There we go. How do you feel about that, incinerator? So we did get rid of a fire station. We should probably put a new one in. Right across from the magician's stool, just to make sure that, you know, when the magicians are up on stage and the pyrotechnics go off, a spark doesn't like hit the stool and light it on fire. And then the entire stage goes up because it's just one stool, and that was really easy to happen. That would be terrible. Where am I going? Clicking all the wrong buttons today. It's so bad. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. We can say that we completely tore apart the infrastructure of Bramberg and have sent it into some traffic hell. That is wretched. It's so bad. Okay. So, Whitsville is building up. We don't have any outstanding demand at the moment. Boom. So, what else do we need to do? Do we have education? We don't have an elementary school in Whitsville. I thought we did. I guess we don't. Oh, I destroyed the elementary school, didn't I? I can't even remember what it was called. It was something about... I'm going to call it pranking fundamentals, because that was close enough to what the elementary school was called before. Look, kids, I know we tore down your elementary school. I know you don't understand why, but get over it. Jeez. You don't need that much education. You're just going to be doing practical jokes all day long, and we'll put a high school in here so that you can learn the finer points of humor 101. Yeah, there are entire schools devoted to one class in this city. I know it sounds like it's inefficient, but trust me, they are really good at that one class. They are so good. It's amazing. Like, you wouldn't even imagine. You think that, like, getting a 100 is great. Everyone gets a 101. Nothing more, nothing less. Some say we rigged the system. I say, get out of my face. What are you doing in my house? But that's just how it works. Sometimes you have to build an entire building just to teach one class. That is a good use of your education budget. Okay, let's get some more residential in here. And we're going to put down some parks here, because we need some more parks. Because the people need decent land value. Without decent land value, they won't have the inspiration to do their amazing pranks. We're going to put a massive tree park over here. Look at that! If anything is going to raise the land value, it's going to be that massive tree park that apparently is out of power. Let's check our power. How is that doing? It is right on the edge. What about water? Also getting down there. We haven't had to deal with these for a while because I kind of overloaded the system at one point, and there's just so many things. What is this? What is this little pipe network? I don't know what that was for. How strange. I'm going to leave it there because I'm inefficient. Shut up. So, where is our power network? Down here. So what we want to do, we can very easily increase the power. We've got oodles and oodles of money. Literally so much money. I'm disgusted by it. And we're just going to put down another solar generator. And that will produce enough power for like 4,000 years worth of, I don't know, watching midgets dunk basketballs. Which is one of those national pastimes of Whitsville. It's the weirdest national pastime of Whitsville. Not enough goods to sell. Neptune Media Store, stop whining. Get to work. You can sell all of your stuff. I mean, if you sell all of your stuff, you have nothing on the racks, and that makes people come in and be like, oh, this place must have really good product because they sold everything. And then they'll come back, and when you do actually have something on your shelves, it's going to go like hotcakes, which apparently sell very quickly. Don't really get that one. I mean, at what point was it that hotcakes sold so quickly that it became a thing? I don't even know. Okay, we're going to design a bit more of this commercial sector because commercial sectors are nice. Look at that. Look at that curve. That is a beautiful curve of Whitsville. That should be a national monument. This isn't even going to be filled with anything. This is just going to be parks. That's it. Just parks, because it is such an amazing curve. It'll be the park of the curve. And eventually there'll be a cult of the curve, which will challenge Cultopia for dominance in the area. But you know what? Cultopia always wins. You'd never fight Cultopia. So let's put some nice little paths through here. What are we going to do? We need freeform. These paths always need to be made in a freeform scenario. You can't be rigid and structural when you're creating paths. They have to just be natural and flowing and go wherever they want to go, so that you can meander through them at a nice pace. I mean, check this out. This is going to be an awesome, like, jogging path right next to the curve. And every time they go by the curve, they're going to be like, worship the curve! And everyone else is going to be like, worship the curve! And all the tourists are going to freak out because they have no clue what's going on. That's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. How about we connect this up to the residential area? That'll be nice, so they can get straight into the park of the curve. And they'll be able to worship the curve even more. We're just going to have it come straight across here. It's going to cause terrible problems when I actually want to build things in that area. So, yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. It's going to be nice. And that leads right into a residential area, so people can get into here. Let's just throw down a few clumps of trees. Every good park has a few clumps of trees. It'd be like, that's too small of a tree. That's way too small of a tree. I need a big tree. What are people doing putting less than large trees here? We're going to put a clump of trees over here. A clump of trees in here. We're just going to take the existing trees and turn them into nice clumps of trees. Because I'm too lazy to actually do like a nice job of beautifying it. Instead, I just put clumps of trees everywhere. And it looks brilliant, doesn't it? And it's got a little playground in it, and people will come to the playground and indoctrinate their children into the cult of the curve. Oh, it's going to be crazy. You know what? I said it doesn't look great, but that looks pretty nice. That is a nice park. That's probably the nicest park in our city right now. Which, quite frankly, is not saying much. So, I'm going to build this down this way. I'm going to do another E. And we have so much demand for commercial, it is absolutely insane. So, this entire thing will become commercial. Bada boom. So now people from, what is this? I'm going to call this the east side of Whitsburg. The east side of Whitsburg, where everybody lives, all of them will be able to come across this nice pedestrian footpath. Is it being used by anyone? Can we see anyone on it? I don't see anyone on it. That's so sad. Why don't you use the pedestrian footpath? Look, it's such a nice footpath too. Look at it. Do you want like a direct line right to the magician's stool? Is that what you want? You want me to create another raised footpath here? I'll do it. I swear I'll do it. Do not tempt me, or I will do it. And I'm just going to do it anyway. Here we go. Watch this. Bada boom. We're going to get the straight tool because it's just going to be as straight as an arrow. Little path here. Now to come up right over the road. What do you mean slope is too steep? Good 2 blocks. They can jump over that, can't they? They've all got sick parkour skills. They'll be fine. Okay, so we'll catch this here, have it come up from there, fine. It's not going to be a death slope. If you insist. And then we'll just duck it down here. And it'll come right up to the back of the magician's stool. Look at that. And it connects right up, and hopefully that'll influence people to use this pedestrian foot bridge even more, because I love it. It looks really nice. I didn't put any water into this commercial area. That's so bad. It's so terrible. There we go. Now we got water in there. Well, Whitsville is growing up to be quite an interesting place, with the ridiculously long pedestrian footbridge of death. Yep, it's just been termed a footbridge of death. So, that brings us to the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Uh-oh. Wait. Have I been forgetting to pipe every new area I've put in? That's so bad. What kind of a mayor am I that forgets to put water in for their people? That's so terrible. Okay. As I was saying, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Whitsville will continue to expand in the future because it still has a lot of room to grow and foster its amazing potential, which is just the potential of a million practical jokes. But yeah, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.